This is a video about G Krishnamurti, and what he talked about. Hello, this is Wake Up with a video about G Krishnamurti, one of my favorite teachers, although he was not really a teacher, he was an anti-teacher, an anti-guru. And I will summarize a little bit what he was talking about. For some reason, although he's very, very clear, he was extremely spiritually advanced, beyond enlightenment. Yes, there are several stages beyond enlightenment, and he was in one of them. So he was a rare person. And people who are beyond enlightenment, they usually don't communicate at all. Or if, then in very indirect and difficult to understand ways. But Eugene is very easy to understand. And the reason why most people say they don't understand him is because they don't listen to him. They're so distracted by what they want to hear and by what they believe already that they cannot hear what he's saying, because it's the exact opposite of what they want to hear. There are a lot of videos out there that you can watch, a lot of UG videos, but to just summarize a little bit what he was talking about. He had a very dry sense of humor, the driest I've ever seen. And he was some kind of modern day Socrates, throwing every question and every claim back at the seekers who asked or claimed something. He was always invited. He never taught as an action, but only if he was invited he would come and discuss. He also didn't write any books, but some of the discussions have been written down and there are no copyrights on them. He's the only guru or anti-guru that has no copyright on his books, because it says not his message, which it is not. No guru has his or her own message, because this is a gift that comes. If it's a real spiritual person, he or she will get all these insights as gifts, so it's not for him or her to sell them. And he was kind of provocative, and he was also criticized as a guru basher. How can one guru criticize other gurus? The reason is because he was so far advanced that for him all the others were just imposters. And he himself, why could he do that? Because he was empty, like a mirror, an annoying mirror with a no bullshit frame around it. He was often called the anti-guru or nihilist. Summary of his teaching or anti-teaching could be: number one, there's no authority. Most or all spiritual teachers and prophets were con men, because you cannot follow anyone else's path. Second, there's no such thing as, that was one of his favorite sentences to begin with, there's no such thing as. So all ideas and teachings are inventions of the mind, human hopes and dreams. There are actually no facts, only beliefs, which we are constantly trying to affirm and reaffirm. Point 3, humans are automatons. There's no free will. We just function like all other animals. There's actually nothing special about human beings, except that we are more dangerous. The world would even be better without us. Number 4, why do you want enlightenment in the first place? There's nothing to achieve, and spiritual transformation, if it happens, will happen or will not happen. There's nothing you can do for it or against it. There's nothing you can do either for it nor against it. And even if it does happen, so what? The very attempt of seeking enlightenment is all that prevents it from happening. Number 5, The best thing we can hope for is a quiet mind where all questions stop, all pretense stops, all claims stop. A very humble state, not a higher state of consciousness, but just free from our hydra-like ever-renewing bullshit and hubris. An empty state. The courage to stand alone. That's one of the titles of one of his non-books. The courage to stand alone. And the courage to just see things for what they are without any belief systems, and to really go until the end. To really follow everything up to its last consequence. As a friend of mine put it once, and this is a way that helped him much and also me, to really try to verify everything. And if it's not verifiable, throw it overboard. Okay, that's Eugene, a few sentences, Eugene, a nutshell for you. So I hope you can understand his videos now, because they're hilarious and very, very good. There's probably no one on a higher state. There were a few others on a similar state of beyond enlightenment consciousness, like Sri Aurobindo, for example, or Sri Ramalingam. Very few. And then there are, of course, some prophets and avatars and so on, which are a little bit higher, maybe, like Jesus or Muhammad or Buddha and so on. But we don't know what they said. Actually, there's no direct transmission of their teachings. There was no writing at that time. So everything that has been handed down to us from them is flawed by translations and interpretations and councils and institutions and so on. But people like Eugene and Sri Aurobindo and Bernadette Roberts and Sri Ramalingam, also called Valala, and some other obscure rishis and babas in the Himalayas like Tatwale Baba and Shivapuri Baba. Those are the very few with an extremely advanced consciousness, and for them even enlightened people were just beginners. Yeah, there were a lot of enlightened people coming to Eugene or to Sri Aurobindo, for example, asking them questions, and they were totally destroyed afterwards, because they thought, oh my God, I thought I had gotten somewhere, I had understood something, but now after meeting that guy, I don't know anything. So if you want to listen to someone with the highest teaching that is still directly available without any interpretations or translations, then you can watch Eugene videos. And now you have the key to understand what he said. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me on Patreon. Thank you for sharing the videos with your friends. And thank you for enjoying my videos, which will be more and more Eugene style in the next few weeks.